See, this my turn, I ain't trying to play. I'm on my way, like put me in detention. God damn it, cause I am too damn bad. I cut them off, now they miss me, well that is too damn bad. They don't want smoke cause they pussy make all my dogs attack. I don't really think you bitches could. Really pretty, really solid, really hood. And I ain't got a fake shit, therefore I can't relate. I eat up every beat, I got a lot on my plate. I told a bitch you can't cuff her, she got totally irate. Stacy let me out the cage, but somehow I cannot behave. With your heart beating for you scared. I heard a pit in this bitch, beware. Fuck it, I hit 'em up. Shake your ass if you fuck with pit. Fellas, why would you chopper if you fuck with pit? I can't relate to this new way that they rapping. If you're looking for some G shit, I'm the captain, so fuck it, I hit 'em. Shake your ass if you fuck with pit. Why would you chopper if you fuck with pit? It's unlikely, she gon' do it like I do it. Killing beats like I'm beefing with the music, so fuck it, I hit 'em up. Shake your ass if you fuck with pit. Fellas, why would you chopper if you fuck with pit? I can't relate to this new way that they rapping. If you're looking for some G shit, I'm the captain, so fuck it, I hit 'em. Shake your ass if you fuck with pit. Why would you chopper if you fuck with pit? It's unlikely, she gon' do it like I do it. Killing beats like I'm beefing with the music.
Welcome to another Spit Don't Swallow episode. This is Tuesday. Instead of speaking to the artist, we're gonna speak to someone who support the artist, that sees behind the scene, how she deals and copes and manage her personal life and still live and deliver her dreams. So I would love to welcome Miss Staci.
Hello. Hi,
Welcome.
everyone.
How are you?
Hey, great.
I'm good. I'm blessed.
That's good. Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. I'm a little nervous, so y'all give me a second.
Listen, get comfortable. And on
Take a
top
seat,
of it,
take a
take a
break.
sip. This is about you. This is
Right.
networking. This is a bunch of queens having a conversation. So it's no pressure. It's just us giving you your flowers and hearing your story.
Mm, that's
Something
deep.
different.
That's something. Yeah, that's why it's so like nerve wracking because I never really like the spotlight. I always like to stay in the shadows because that's just been me all my life, with so many traumas and things. It was hard for me, personally to just put me out there,
I
So,
know. I know.
it's easy, to help everybody else, help everyone conquer their dreams, the excitement of it all.
You still with us?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm there now.
Okay, so let me ask you. Let me start off. Who is
hmm
Staci?
Stacy. Stacy is someone who loves hard, selfless. I'm very passionate about, changing my life, helping change other people's lives. Stacy is just someone who just here. It seems I feel like Stacy is that shoulder that know that friend. Put it that way. Someone told me that today. You're that friend. You're that friend that no one has, and they always want.
Because you don't get that many
No,
true, loyal friends. They don't come
exactly.
around often.
They don't.
So Before I go into the music, I want to get to know more about you. Um, I noticed you did some baskets
Hmm.
for the first time, you said this year. Tell us about that.
I made some gift bags for an actual holiday. Normally, I do it. It's a hobby, but I also do it, for people that know what I do, and they purchase them from me. But this time, I out well because the people that I know that support me, they were the ones who purchased the bags, like my family, my neighbors. So that was something that I was proud about doing because I did it, and it was a good outcome.
That's good. I'm proud of you. I've watched you grow, even though you was always in the backfield. Um, but I know you have. No, I'm gonna put it this way. You made a post that caught my eye. I think you know what it was. The long post.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
is that something that you want to speak about? Can we go into that?
yeah.
Okay. I have to ask before I just do it.
Right,
Because I understand because I also have PTSD trauma, but I have trauma. Me and death don't too much get along. I don't like
right,
funerals.
right.
Um, you made a post about PTSD,
Mm-hmm.
caught my eye, and the reason why it caught my eye, and that's because it's not a time when I done seen you. You don't have to smile.
Right.
There's not a time I done seen you and you looked it down. So it's not something that someone that know of you will actually know.
Right.
So how do you deal?
With with the
Yes.
PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I try to focus more on my passions and the things that I love more than anything. That's what keeps me going. I try not to focus so much on the negative or anything from my past that was traumatic. I just stay focused on the now and the future as much as possible. Um, I have moments like triggers, and that comes with being around people in my life and the things they might have going on, because I'm very, very selective. The older I got, the more selective I had to be of people, places, and things. So,
Mm-hmm.
and once I got, connected with people that I were close to, I knew that I had to, you know, be there for them, listen to them, be there. That's part of being a friend. And then I'm an empath, so I didn't know that how to deal with it. That whoever that person I'm going through with, I feel their pains. Like
Mm-hmm.
anything that they're going through, I'm going to feel it too because I
Mm-hmm.
truly care. You know what I'm saying? Or I've
And
experienced what you've experienced. So
and the hard
I'm
part is to release it.
is to release it. And which is another way that I found out some ways that I released it that I didn't really like too much. I had to get in control of that. But
Mm-hmm.
that's some personal stuff. But um, I think more now. I just do a lot more of meditating, praying, going to my higher self, my higher power, which is God within me. Um, and I just deal with it, whatever I'm going through, I try to work on everything because I've always been like I question everything. Anything I go through, I'm my teacher, I'm my therapist. I'm gonna be everything that to myself so that I can properly help other people instead of, getting caught up in theirs and then falling, like, dang, I can't even help you because it's a little too much for me. Maybe I have some things that I need to work on still. It's some things that
Mhm.
I probably still battling with that I need to pay more attention to because how can I be strong for someone else if I'm still weak in areas in myself? So sometimes I have to take a step back, you know, and do the inventory on myself because I love helping. That's just it's in me.
And most people don't understand or know that they have to do the inventory on themselves.
Yes.
So I give you props on that because it's a tough thing. I'm an empath myself, so I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you gotta detox, you gotta cleanse yourself, you gotta balance, and that's the hardest thing.
Yes.
Monster, you have any questions? You're on mute. Yep.
Okay, I'm back. My question is, how do you balance your um, PTSD with your daily life?
Ooh. Like I said, I try to stay in. I'm a control freak. I'm a big control freak. So I try to stay in control of as much of my realm, like in my household. As long as that's my safe haven, then I know that's my safe haven. I can stay away from everybody else. If somebody gets on my nerves or whatever is too much, I can come home and I'm straight. I'm okay. This that's my my happy place. Um, and I just keep that's my uplifting spirit. My spirit is very is happy. I have a joyful spirit anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I've always had that too. Thank God that God blessed me with a joyful spirit that I believe that's what helps me to overcome a lot of things because I could wake up the next day happy as hell and I'm like, what I'm so happy for? Just happy. It's in me, but I still know that I had issues. So that was the thing to deal with learn to deal with my problems and work on them instead of just always smiling and acting like everything's okay when it's really not. It's like knowing the difference. Okay, I have gifts. Those are your gifts. You know what I'm saying? To share with everyone, that's the
Mhm.
God given gift, but I also use it for me as well.
You
You
got
know,
to.
I also have
So,
to, yeah.
so let me ask you, because how do music play its part?
Music was my outlet. When I was coming up, I grew up in the system, um, in foster homes, so you know how that is.
Mm-hmm.
And once I, you know, found music, I learned that I love music. A song will come on and I know the whole song just by listening to it because I could either relate to it or the beats. I love beats. I love the sound of drums, instruments, anything. Like it just really touches me, like my whole soul. And I'm like, oh, I just love music. Like I get lost in it. And I've always had that since I was little. So if anything was going on, I just put some headphones on, turn some music on, and everything goes away. I'll get
Okay.
up, I'll dance. I love to dance. I love to sing. If I can't hold a note, you couldn't tell me that because I'm going to sing. Everywhere I went, I had a song in my head. People used to People used to call me the jukebox in school because every day I have a song, and I had everybody singing that song for the day because I just love music. So it was my outlet. When things would go wrong, or I'm dealing with something, I'll just go to music.
Hey, I understand. Peaches, you have any questions?
Yeah, I heard you say like how someone described you, right? So from what I gather, they describe you as the rock. But who's the
Mm,
rock for you? Who's that? Who is the you for you?
good question.
Right now this time it's Pit. That's
Mm,
she's my other rock. Like she's actually like when I met her, I literally was like she's like a mini me. She's a
oh,
mini me, but she's feisty. You know, she had that I didn't have because I was not. I'm non-confrontational. I don't like drama. I don't like that goes with the PTSD. So I don't like all that extra, all that. You know what I'm saying? Yelling and
mhm,
screaming and hollering and cussing. Well, I can't stand that. I was like, no, I will try to. I'm the peacemaker, but she is the firecracker. But
mhm.
I learned that her firecracker is her defense. You mess with her, and she don't mind getting on your ass. It ain't no
So,
peace, making pieces. Or you're gonna hear what I have to say. It's like a voice.
yeah, she is a voice. So let me ask you, how
Mhm.
long have you two been? I'm not even finna say friends.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say sisters.
Sisters, when that was in 2015, I'm just gonna say it like this. When I met her when we were working at a bar, we were bartending at the same club. When I met her, instantly I connected to her. I was connected to her because I felt her, and I was just like, it's something about her. And this was in 2015, 16.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up going our separate ways, but I just kept running into her. Wherever I was working at, I found out she was working there too. Like I was working at the mall, she was working in the food court, and I'm like, I done bumped into her again. And it's like, okay. So once again, time goes on. We never had each other's number or anything. We just knew each other from where we worked. And I ran into her again at the third job business part, and it was at Dunkin' Donuts. I ran into her again, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I said, "We got to get connected this time. I'm not gonna let her out of my sight without getting her information, so we can stay connected." And this is when I found out. This was how many years ago? This was about 3 years ago. About three, 2021, I believe. And and that's when I found out that she did music. And I was like, what? You do music? And I'm a music freak, so I'm like, oh my gosh. So she was like, she was having a show. And when I came, literally, I was the only person that showed up out of all those people that said they were gonna come. Nobody, they didn't
That's
show.
usually the case.
And me not knowing, I don't know anything about this. I never knew she performed. I never knew any of these, nothing about her music career, nothing. I just knew I wanted to come and support her. So when I showed up, and we was both in black, all black. So I think what a cameraman said something about, see if she wanna come on stage or something. She came to me and said, "You wanna go on stage with me?" And I got stage fright like a motherfucker. You already know. I don't like to be on the scene. I don't want everybody looking at me. Oh, She
Mhm.
was like, no. I said, well, what? I was like, I don't know what to do. You was like, just vibe, just vibe. I was like, okay. So when I got up there, that's what I did. I was just vibing. And ever since then, everywhere she go, I'll be right there. She's like, because of that, she was like, You was the only one, and whatever she felt or whatever she saw, she stuck with it, and she didn't let me go nowhere. She's like, every time I go, you going too, like my ride or die.
You didn't let each other go.
We
Um,
didn't. We didn't. I didn't let her. I wasn't finna let her go that third time when I seen her. I already had it in my mind that I wasn't going to lose contact with her again because I kept running into her. So I knew it was something, you know. And
I
so,
remember.
and once she saw what she saw in me, what I already knew. I love modeling. I love music. I love entertaining. I had, I've always had that type of attention, but I ran from it because I didn't like, what came with it. So, but she pushed me to like, just you got to do that. Don't just you can still do this, which I needed to hear that. I needed someone to push me because I'm always pushing people. It ain't nothing for me to motivate somebody to do anything. That's a gift I got. I can get you to do anything, but I didn't have that for me. Everyone
You
just took
of
whatever I
course.
gave and just really took it and ran with it. She was actually someone that actually gave back and gave that same energy that I was giving her. She gave back to me. The same
I
encouraging words she gave back to me.
I remember when I first invited her to a show, and you was there. Um, and this was when she first started. And I asked her, I said, "Well, who's her?" She was like, "Who's Stacy?" I was like, "Yo, what she do?" She was like, "Nah, Taz, she ain't coming out. She behind the scenes." But I've always admired the things that you did, the spirit that you have. Um, but what do you do to have fun or enjoy life besides give?
Say that again.
I said, what do you do for yourself besides give to others?
I
What
I
do you
I
do?
model. I've done a few videos. I love dancing. Like I said, I model. I do have. I've always been athletic. So I got a little shape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I've always been photogenic. So I love taking pictures.
Who have you modeled for, or who do you model for?
Did it cut off? Did you hear me?
We hear you.
Okay.
You-
Yeah, so pretty much that, and
Yeah.
then and I also love, and I'm very family oriented. I love being around my kids, and I love being around my grandkids. They give me
Wait,
joy, all of that.
did you say grandkids?
Yes, I have grandkids. I
I
have,
think we all looked dumbfounded just then.
yes, I have four grandkids and one on the way.
Girl, go girl. Oh,
Yes,
take it up for that.
thank
Woo.
you. Clap it up for that. Yes, yes. Everybody does that. Not just yet. Not, look, I'm used to it now, and the thing about it, I just throw it
What?
out there.
And my brown boy. And my brown boy, you look good. You look blessed.
Thank you, thank you. I told you it's got to be the God, cause I don't look like nothing. I promise you, don't look like nothing I've been through.
Wow. I thought you was at least in your older 20s, well,
Ooh,
late
hey,
20s, early 30s.
what? What? Oh my gosh, I'm
Me
44.
too.
Okay, girl.
Yes,
Tease me.
honey.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
Cougar. Okay.
Yep, November 13th, Scorpio. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she the day before my sister.
Yeah.
Shout out
Look
to
at
them Scorpios.
shout out to the Scorpios. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
What type of modeling have you done?
Modeling as far as with videos, I haven't done any like shows, like actual the runways or anything like that, but just like as far as being in videos, like a video model.
Would you if you had that opportunity?
Oh yes.
Vixen.
Oh yes. I love to walk, get my walk on. Hmm.
But
Okay.
that
And I love
is
clothes, and I'm a fashionist, so I love clothes. I love to dress up. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And to be able to model someone else's clothes, yes, I would love to do that.
We will keep that in mind. You never know what comes up.
Yes, it keep me posted.
Because I guess y'all be looking at me like, well, is there anything she ain't did yet? But
well,
hey,
that's my question to you, Miss Stacy.
Them wheels
If
turning.
okay, you know that one is always over there in some conspiracy theory. We ain't even
Mm,
go.
I love
Oh,
it.
look, you see how that cut went up? Yeah, it's already going. It's already going. So, Miss
listen.
Stacy, if you have a collaboration that you wanted to do in the fashion world, as
Mm,
in runway or just any type, who would that person or group of people be?
Fendi, Fendi, that's a Fendi, Fendi. Oh,
What
that's
is that?
Rihanna. I don't. You know me. I don't too much be knowing about all those brands and stuff like that because I'm so simple. I just love fashion. I make some shit from the dollar store look good, man. No, I'm just saying. Cause when I put it on, the clothes don't make me. I make the shit look good. So it just
you
really
supposed to.
doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Cause once I put it on, I embody it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because it's
So
your
we become
confidence.
we become one. So it's like it's really it be who's fashion. I don't know who's the fashionist that got some. Oh, I like Tiana Taylor had some nice stuff. I like her stuff. I would like to work with. I like to work with anybody that's already like an artist that steps out and actually does fashion as well.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. What is something that you haven't done that you would like to step into?
That I haven't done.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, what I you know what it's probably being like a motivational speaker, um
I can
someone
see
that
that.
or on the lines of something like that, being in outreach programs.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, not so much of the entertainment side because that's another
Mhm.
side of me, but I also have a side where I have a calling, I feel, because of the gifts that I possess of helping, being a person who doesn't mind helping and serving other people. It just is what it is. um I would love to do things of that nature.
There may be an opportunity. You never know. Keep speaking it in existence.
Oh yeah.
Um, why haven't you got involved with that?
uh I feel that it's timing. Soon it's eventually, I already know it's gonna happen sooner or later because that's a passion of mine. I started one time a while ago. Me and this girl was sat down and was talking about it because she wanted to do the same things, and we were going down that path, talking about different things, and life just happened. Like in the blink of an eye, something happened with her, something happened with me, and we went our separate ways, and that it just went out the window. I didn't do anything else with it. Just life was lifing. But I did actually sit down with someone, and actually we had notes and everything about trying to do an organization for children, helping children in our community with who were just struggling, just helping the youth, because I love and I feel like the children are the most important thing right now.
They
So
are, but
they really are
we have to get them back structured
structured,
to
right?
where how we grew up. Um, where the parents are not their friends.
Right.
Because sometimes kids get too comfortable. Um,
They do.
and the parents get too soft, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Because they feel it's easier to be the friend and not the parent. Parent is a job. It is. It takes work. And
It
it's easy
is.
to be somebody's friend, but when it's time for business, when you gotta be a parent, you gotta put the work in.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But then you wonder why the respect is not there.
Right. Because friends, they don't respect each other. And we talking about back then when we were our friends, we didn't know nothing about respect.
Yeah, we
We
knew
didn't
about
know.
loyalty.
We knew about loyalty. We
Hmm.
didn't know nothing about respect.
Yeah, we'll be loyal
Yeah.
to you. The hell of the motherfucker, but respect you. We talk to each other any kind of way until we got
Any kind
older.
of way. Yeah.
But you couldn't talk about you behind your back. You couldn't try to jump you. I was. It was. It was that loyalty. It was that ride or die. Is I got your back. You got mine.
If they
It's
do
Mhm.
it to you, they're
your
with you,
secret
do it to you.
and you hold mine. You get mad, whatever. We're still going to the grave. What we had or what we
Right.
know.
Mhm. But won't be like that with our parents. Our parents say something, we hate them for life.
Yeah.
We ready
Yeah.
to fall out. I ain't got nothing else to say. You stop talking to your mom, your children. Y'all ain't talking days and days. But your friends, you want to do that to your friend. Y'all be right back talking the next
Yeah.
day.
True. You'll fight your friend, but you wouldn't fight your mama. Now you got people swinging on mamas.
Swinging on mamas and stuff. Yeah, cause they keeping that's their friend. They ain't
Hmm.
put it's not the parenting is not there. The communication is not there. The heart talks about, sharing it, because mama ain't always right. Mama
No.
didn't know everything. I don't mind laying it out, telling you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Mama
think
didn't
that
know everything because mama wasn't taught everything.
'cause mama wasn't taught everything. So I gotta let you know that I don't know everything. So I need you to be strong for yourself. Help
Hmm.
me help you.
And learn
And
from
learn
mama.
from my mistakes.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to spare you so you don't have to go through it. But if you feel you want to go out there, you're gonna have to go out there and see for yourself. Cause I did. I didn't have
I
no
heard.
choice.
Yeah,
But you
we
have
did.
a choice. With me, with my kids, you have a choice. I didn't have a choice.
I get it.
I
You
was in the
still
system,
teach
so
them.
I didn't have a choice. I was in foster homes. I didn't have that choice.
Yeah. But I want to ask you, um, because everybody don't make it out the foster system.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my godmom was a foster parent.
Mm.
So I wouldn't say I've been there, but I lived in the house. I understood. To this day, those are still my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but everybody don't make it.
No.
How did you make it? It's because once you graduate and once you get that diploma and you get a certain age, it's time for you to go.
Yeah.
And there's no book. of what's out there. You only know what you had at that moment because that was your safety spot. That's your nest.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you
Mm.
manage, cope, deal?
Mm-hmm. Well, I
Sus-
got well, like how mama birds do they birds they kick them out and
mm-hmm.
see if they could fly.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what happened. When I got 18, I was kicked out and I had to go figure it out.
Oh wow.
Me and my adopted mom didn't see eye to eye so long. That's a whole nother story. That's a
Mm-hmm.
whole nother. And she kicked me out, and but kept my son. So it was one of those things. So I felt that, she only was, did it for her reasons, money, her
And most
comfort, her
and most
comfort.
and most foster parents do, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah. So I ended up just really for a while going from place to place out there, just trying to find myself, you know, learn what I needed to learn, see what I needed to see, because obviously it wasn't going to be taught or shown to me wherever I was at. And I just had to learn through experience. I learned a lot of things just through experience, and I had to question things. I had to evaluate myself. I had to really just learn from everybody that I met, from whether it was men, women. I stayed in like throughout my life. When she kicked me out, I probably stayed in almost over 30 different homes, I can say, because
Wow.
I was considered homeless, but I
Mm-hmm.
never had to sleep on the streets. If you can understand what I'm
Mm.
saying.
I understand.
I never had a problem
I
with
get it.
people welcoming into their homes because they saw the type of person I was. They probably saw that I needed the help, and I was there for, temporary, and I made the best of these places that I stayed. And I connected with a lot of people. I learned from them. They obviously, learned from me as well, because I was that person that a lot of them probably was seeking. They needed somebody to talk to, somebody to tell their problems to, and I would just be sitting right there listening. Yeah, I understand because I went through foster homes. I went through a whole bunch of stuff, so I could, whether they knew it or not, I already knew what pain was. Those trauma bonds, connecting with people through pains and hurts and all the abandonment issues, the neglect, and it's like so many people that I stayed with, so many people battle the same things, and I was just trying to figure out really what am I doing here? It's like, what is my purpose? Because I'm out here. This lady done kicked me out, and I'm just out here. I'm trying to make the best of it, but I did. That's the thing. I made the best of it. And that same smile you see, I kept it everywhere I went. I smiled my way through, and it made life a little easier.
How did you learn to trust? Because I know that is
Mm.
one hard pill to swallow, um, by being in the system, because there's so many disappointments.
The thing was, is I was gullible. So it's like once I got out of the system, that negative, all that drama being adopted, it was almost like a relief. So it was like I just left it behind because it's like I'm free. So it's almost like I'm free to be myself now because I couldn't in that foster home. I couldn't. It was, I knew that was not good. So once I got out of that realm, I felt, free to be myself, and I saw, that's when I really saw me. I knew that I was a happy go lucky person. I had a great personality. People loved being around me all the time. I noticed that, you know, but it was still a lot of trauma.
So let me ask you, how do Pit fit in your life?
She's like it fits in because it's like whenever I go through things, she's somebody actually that listens. Because I don't talk to nobody about my problem. She already knows that to this day. I could be going through something and I won't tell her. She won't know I'm going through nothing. Because I've always been very secretive about things. You know, like I don't want a person to see me in this light. I want you to see the same person that you always see. Whatever whatever I go through, I'll go through it on my own. But if I she finds out, it bothers her because she wants me to be able to experience the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That I give her from. You know what I'm saying? She wants to give that to me. She doesn't want
And
me to
on
face
top of
up
it, she wants to
alone.
be your support. You
Exactly.
always there when she needs it or when she
Right.
least expect it. And on top of it, soldiers need relief as well.
Right.
You are given. So people
Mhm.
that majority of 99% of people in life is a taker. They take,
Yeah.
they take, they take.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have that 1% of jewel that gives back.
Mm-hmm.
So as an empath, you don't get any relief. And at a
Mm-mm.
certain time, you don't know how to get any relief.
Right.
So I had to learn that it's okay to let
Mm.
someone else
Yeah.
be in charge for that moment. It doesn't make you a weak person. It just gives you a moment to deactivate the battery
Hmm.
to get a charge.
Get a charge, recharge.
Yeah. Because you got to
Yeah.
sometimes you got to deactivate it to get a full charge.
Yeah.
So I had to learn that it's okay to allow someone to be who you are to them.
Right.
And you don't get that many.
No. Sure
So
don't. So that's what I'm working on because I had to be the strong person for me for so long because it wasn't nobody out there really like me, you know, that just actually give their all. Like there's no sugarcoating this. I'm going in 100%. I'm not coming in 50. I'm not
yeah,
coming in 25.
there's
I'm
no
coming
part
in.
time.
I'm coming in
For
100%. You getting all of me. This is what it
Mhm.
is. I ain't, you know.
So how did you learn for you being who you are and you having the heart that you have that you had to start saying no and it was okay to say no?
That's the same question.
I wanna. Huh, hmm,
When did you learn
hmm.
that word?
Oh my goodness.
She's looking at all the questions or the questions. Hey, I said we were busting it
I was
wide
gonna ask
open.
us like, when did you learn that word?
Oh, the when I the no that's when I started when I when I finally got into my own spot, my own place. I wasn't still just staying with everybody in they homes.
Hmm.
I was staying and finally had my own place, and I had that same heart that I had anywhere else. If anybody was to stay with me, I would make sure do the same thing. So what it was I didn't have a problem welcoming people into my home when they asked and needed somewhere to go. Because I remember that at some point in time I was in that position. You know what I'm saying? So I would feel that I can be that for somebody else and realize uh 3 times too many, and that was enough. So I said, that's it. I can never do that again. I cannot welcome anybody into my home and and disrupt my peace because I created a peace here. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it, a lot of
Right.
places I went wasn't peaceful. It was
Yeah.
always chaotic. It was always some kind of drama going on, and I'm just in the midst of it. And no one would have to tell me to leave. I'm leaving anyway. I got to go
Mhm.
find somewhere to go because my peace is at stake right now. I got PTSD, baby. My nerves bad, all that, and I can't be around it. So I knew that the part was is that when you let someone stay with you, you allow all of that into your home and into your space, and it's like, dang, now I didn't see none of this. I'm seeing true colors because that's when you see people when they live with you. That's when you see a person's true colors. You see everything about them. And it's like, whoa, this is a lot, to take up, So I'm like, I might not be ready for that. I got to just say no. Like, if I'm still working on me, I got so much stuff I still need to learn, I need to do, accomplish, and goals, and I don't need those type of distractions. So I need to just say no right now, because I had to go from place to place trying to figure it out. If somebody was to tell me no, I would have had to go figure it out, and I did.
Mhm.
So maybe that's what the person needs to do when they come to you. You might have to be the person to say no.
Yeah.
Sometimes a person has to hear that no to make them tighten up. They got to
Right.
go do what they need to do. So, because all those yeses to spoil you. You're getting what you want all the time. Yeah, yeah. But when you get that no, it's something
And you
about
see,
that no.
yeah. And then when you get that no, you'll see a whole different reaction.
Whole different person.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. You
Probably
said you
won't
had
even
a
hear
question,
from them no
just
more.
Yeah, giving your because I feel like there's so much more like to peel back, but given your peaks and valleys, your highs and your lows, would you do it all again?
Would I do? Would I do what again?
Would you do
you're like,
Like my whole
yeah,
do my
everything
whole
that
no.
you've been through build you? It builds you and made you who you are. Would you do it all again, or what would you do differently?
I would. You know what? What I would want is whatever I want to have this. I wish I had the mindset that I have now. I wish that I had that then. How I think now, the confidence that I have now to step out and do more, to love me more, to stop settling, to say the no's. I wish I had that back then. I wish I had that foundation. You know what I'm saying? That certain things I do wish that I had, but then again, I don't know if I would be who I am today if I did. Would
yeah,
I be this strong? Would I be this passionate about things? Would I be, you know, have this strong will to still just change the world, or would I have been some spoiled brat who think I was better than everybody? Because I had it all. I didn't have to struggle for nothing. You know,
Mm.
the bad bitch mentality, maybe.
but they say you have to hit rock bottom to actually know who you are and know where your strength are to actually get to your strength.
Yes,
Mhm.
and that is true. Those, and I hit quite a few rock bottoms, and that is when I knew that, okay, every time I will have to, like you say, evaluate yourself. What's going on? What do you need to change? What do you need to do? What don't you need to do? And
Mm.
just make the right decision and choices. It's still up to you. You still have to do it. No one can make you do anything. It's still your job to make those final decisions on what you want to do with your life and where you're headed.
True.
Yeah.
Monty, you got any questions?
Oh, me? Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, I was just listening. I'm listening to the Bible. So my question is, uh,
It's a lot, child. That battle was serious. I've had so many battles. I was telling somebody about their battles today, telling them like, whether you know it or not, you battling yourself. We
Mhm.
battle our own self, our own flaws, our own demons, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is that's within us. It's our turmoil, it's our battle. And when we get around other people, we tend to project it onto others and bring them into a battle that's not even theirs
Yep.
sometimes, and it's like, okay, so am I supposed to go to war with you with what you got going on, because I got my own, or are we going
Mhm.
to go at it maybe together? Like, if you fighting yours, I'm fighting mine together. How we going to attack it? What we going to do to overcome it, instead of us battling each other? Because
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything to you. You didn't do nothing to me. So where's all the negativity coming from? And 9 times out of 10, it'd be each person's own demons, their own shit.
Yeah.
And they project it onto other people when that's closest to them, instead of learning how to express themselves or communicate and talk and figure out what's going on with it. Because a lot of times we didn't grow up with someone teaching us how to express ourselves or how to cope with things that we're dealing with. We just
Or to be honest with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
being honest.
Honest and vulnerable with yourself.
Be
and
honest. Well, you
and
don't
that's
got to be, you can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself.
You
Right.
can't, because it's gonna eat your ass up.
Yep. When you all alone in that room, whatever you just told such and such, and you come back in that room, be like, that is not how you really feel.
Mm-mm. And on top of it, that sleep won't is not gonna be sleep.
It
You're
sure
gonna be
ain't.
fighting.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fighting
And
your
probably,
battle in your
and
sleep.
probably can't even, they probably can't even sleep. You
Can't
can't
Oh
even
no,
rest.
sleep.
they gonna
honey.
sleep. They just ain't
Rest.
gonna get no rest.
They ain't gonna
Yeah.
get no rest.
Can't
Who
rest.
gonna
Yeah.
get some sleep? I sit over here like I'm at WrestleMania 35, honey. I'm up here fighting Andre the Giant them all the time. It ain't
Y'all can
no
stop
sleep.
that.
Ain't
She
none.
talking. You talking about your kids?
I ain't talking about my kids. I'm talking about them demons we talking about fighting with. Cause I can't talk to them. So I have to fight them later on while they sleep. They sleep. They Vince McMahon. I'm over here like Shawn Michaels in the Royal Rumble.
They
I
Birdman
can't
when I'm over
sleep.
here trying to fight for my life.
Okay? The good hair comes off. I be sitting up here, Lord, like, what is the problem? Girl.
The hell on the
But
dress
my
and I'm
question
still
for
fighting.
you, Miss Stacy, is this. While going through all your traumas and your battles, you're also being a mother at the same time.
Ooh.
How do you handle that motherly stress and balance for that as well, dealing with your own? Oh, where she go? When I asked Big Girl a question, she done left me.
I think her internet dropped for a minute. She'll be
It's
back.
at
You know
20.
what?
Yeah,
This is a
oh, that's be great.
I swear to God, this is disclaimer. Xfinity. Your day. Okay.
We talking about
We can,
Xfinity.
we can
We
do
talking about
this.
Xfinity. Ain't
This
no
Monday,
disclaimer.
Wednesday,
We gonna
Friday.
send their ass a bill.
Okay. Call him by their real name, Comcast. Controversy.
Comcast wasn't that problem. Comcast he was a nigga. He worked with you. He was a nigga. He did
He
his
let you
thing.
make payments. Xfinity be like, no.
When he
Oh
became
yeah,
that bougie uncle,
I'm,
that's when he's
I'm back.
the most.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Back.
So back to you, Miss Stacy. Back to my question. So my question is basically how did you manage your PTSD as well as managing it while being a mother?
Ooh,
I know, girl. I come over here.
I'm okay. Mm. Well, with it, I'm not gonna lie. Um, I was medicated a lot throughout my struggles. I turned to drugs. I really did. That was the way to cope with a lot of things because I didn't know how to. Once I overcame those battles, I just knew that it was time for me to face me and just own up to the things that I need to fix. You know, that the trauma, like I said, it was people, places, and things. I had to eliminate certain people, certain things that were bad for me. If it's not good for me, I don't need it. Um, Especially by being a mother, the crazy part about that is I didn't have my children, you know, throughout my life. I had them for a certain period of time, and then things happened, and they went, you know, other places. You know, people were helping me with my kids. But I always knew that God, you know, I'm doing the work. I just want my kids. I want my kids back with me, all my kids. You know, that was always my dream because, you know, life went to life and I had all my kids when I wasn't ready, you know. But once I got to a point where I was better and, you know, learning and healing, I wanted to do that with my kids and allow them to see that, you know, that side of me, and let them know what was going on with me so we can have a better connection. Because, you know, when you're not with your kids, you know, they could think anything. They could think that mommy don't love me, but not knowing I was going crazy without my
and
kids. But I
and
just
not
did.
and not
And that's
even know, you didn't know that you was going through a cycle, and the
Hmm.
only person that was going to break that cycle so your kids didn't have to do it was you.
Was me.
and that's where the secondary part of this question, where is the bond with your kids now as them as adults? Like,
It was
do they?
it was it was rocky. I'm not even gonna lie. Once I got my place and my kids, by the time they moved with me, they were already in their teens. I when they were little, like around about 4 or 5, each one of them I separated them at the same age. All three of them around the same age at the age of 4, and then I did not get them back with me to around when they were teenagers. They were still here, you know, here and there, but like living was when they were damn near grown. So, you know, it was some battles, you know, it was fights,
Yeah,
it was arguments, it was them trying, you know, going back and forth with me. The respect wasn't there. Um Within these past few years, it was tough. It really was, and it hurt me because I didn't have the bond that I always wanted with my children because of what I went through. I was like, I didn't even have that bond. I'm trying to be the mother that I never had to my kids, and it seems like it didn't happen that way. But I was still, my fight was to still do it. Long as I have breath in my body to still be the best mom that I can be, that's my goal. Every day I learn something different. Every day is a new day to show them, you know, me. This is mom. And I'm the same way I'm with everybody else. I'm with you guys first. But it's like that respect wasn't there, that trust wasn't there. So they would buck, you know, they would go outside of me. You know, they go listen to
Mhm.
their other friends or go run elsewhere. And it's like that connection, I just still didn't feel that I had it with them. Like now it's there because we talk more. I always talk to them about God, you know, finding their higher self, you know what I'm saying, to be a better person for themselves, be stronger for themselves. I always teach them independency no matter what. Be as strong as you can for yourself. Don't lean so much on everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You got your mom, I'm there, but I want you to still be that strong person for yourself so
yeah,
you don't always feel that you got to go run to somebody else, because what if nobody else is there? What are you going to do?
And not only that, people don't understand. You can hurt somebody, you can piss somebody off, but when you disappoint people, those are three different types of
Mm.
hurts. But
Mm-hmm.
that disappointment,
That disappointment?
that's something you can't correct.
Mm-mm.
You can't fix that.
No.
You may always forget what they said, but you'll never forget how they made you feel.
And on top of it, that disappoint when they turn around and they do something else, it starts to stack.
Mm-hmm.
Snowball.
So those are triggers
Mm-hmm.
that people don't even know that they do to people.
Well, that's why you got to have your 22.
Me don't like 22s. Me like Glock 40s.
Hey, I like Smith and Wesson. I like Tarot, I like Taurus, but we're not even gonna have that class. But again,
You
Oh
know
triggers,
what?
Lord.
they have
I have
warning
a
pages.
question. I have a question because you open up a door that most people do not fix. You went through a situation, you had a wave with the kids, but you got them back,
Mm-hmm.
and you earned that respect back from them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they witnessed it.
Did,
They witnessed it.
did you ever? How did you cope when y'all had that discussion of how they felt
Ooh.
and the pureness of what you put them through? Because
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't nice. And as kids, they don't know how to hold certain things back. And on top of it, you
They don't.
asking them to let you tell me how you feel. This is the opportunity where they can open up the door, cuss,
And
do
it
whatever.
hurt. It
And
hurt.
mama ain't gonna do nothing because she don't open up that door.
Mm. If anything, I'll tell you, it hurt. It broke me down, and to the point, because, like I said, I don't like to speak out on my hurts or my pains because I didn't want to show that vulnerable side to them. I wanted to keep showing that strong side. I'm okay. I got this. But not knowing your kids watch you, they see you, they know everything you do, they see everything you say, they remember what you say, they remember how they do. But you might not always take that in consideration because you're looking outward, you're not really looking at what you're doing. And when they
And you're
bring
not
it to you,
asking them.
and when they say it and bring it up, like, Mom, you do that, you do this, it's your response, it's how you react. And I'm like, you know what, you ain't, this is why I don't like confrontation, because I don't know how to express myself calmly, because once you take me out of character or push a certain button, that comes out, like it comes out like
I'm
that
going 95 West.
Good
quick,
morning.
real quick. And it's like
I'm
I don't
going
know
130.
what. It's
I,
like I said, that's why they said you better let me just stay happy and be nice, because that other side, I don't have control over that yet. I
There's
haven't
no
gotten to that point.
understanding.
So don't do that to me. Just you know what I'm saying? Because I'm all about doing everything as right as possible, peaceful. I'm gonna do this and then whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to keep everything like that. But as soon as you try to take me out of that at the wrong time, I'm just saying, and it'll whatever, it's those triggers, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then that's when I react off of the trigger, and it's not pretty. And and then they would have to tell me that. And those conversations broke me down, because I cried, because I was like, you're right, I do have to work on that. So it can't always just be about me telling them what they need to do. I have to listen to them too. I have to take in consideration their feelings on how it affects them if I yell at them, because they're probably like, "Dang, Ma, I can't handle that." I'd rather you just talk to me, and just but don't do
Hmm.
that part, yelling and screaming. Hey, I'm sorry.
So
I'm
can
still
I ask you, um, I'm trying to find the correct way.
Okay, questions at the same time.
yeah, we are because
Listen,
look, it's
Go
yes,
ahead.
we give
One of
you
y'all go.
go
One of
ahead,
y'all
go.
go.
You go first.
okay, okay. So let me say this first. I applaud you for taking the time out to listen to your kids and
Mm-hmm.
figure out what they need and put their needs before yours. Because most parents will be like, "I'm your mama, I'm your daddy. You do what I
Yep.
say, not what I do." And you
Yep.
took the time to say, "You know what? I know I did this. I know we've
Mm-hmm.
been through, but how do you feel?"
That's
Most
right.
parents do that. They feel
That's
like,
the
oh, that's
only way their child gonna heal.
right. So you took while healing yourself, you also healed them. So
Yeah.
I had no question. I just want to applaud you because, like I said, most parents don't do that. I had to learn that, and I didn't learn that until my third baby. We're doing that now. My oldest and my middle baby, it would just say, "I'm going to do what I say, not what I do." This one challenges me, so we have those conversations. So
Yes.
it hit me different when you started talking about it. And I was like, "Well, damn." I just want to say, I applaud you.
That third child always be the one, don't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Woo. And he is sad, honey. Woo.
That third, yeah, a Sag, yes, because mine is a Sag. She
Mine is
challenges
a
me.
Virgo.
She
Mine is a
challenges
Virgo.
me, yes. Like, give me that look, like, mom, like, come on, we gotta, I'm
Yeah.
like. Now my other daughter is the other spiritual side of me. Like, if I'm going through something, I can call her, and she'll be like, "Yeah, mom, sometimes you gotta take it easy. You gotta take some time out for you." Like, she'll lay it down and tell me the things that I need to hear. So it's like you do, and then that makes me feel good because it's like, oh, you know something, huh? Oh, okay. I like that. So that means I taught you well, so you can give back to me. I need that, you know.
Yeah,
And
you do.
Yeah.
that's what my question was for you. Are your grandbabies your biggest cheerleader? Because most of the time,
Yeah.
and I can speak of this because I noticed that when you have that type of trauma and trying to break generational curses and
Mm,
everything with the adult kids, I noticed that the grandparents have an exceptional bond
yep.
with those families.
Yep. With the grandbabies. Now, like I said, with that dealing with that PTSD and them nerves, all my grandbabies was living with me. All four of them was in the
Woo.
house. And they all was neck and neck.
Wow.
Let me see. Jayana was about 4. Then he was 2. Then there was 1. Like, they was all right behind each other, and it was all
Oh,
under one roof, and it was a lot.
oh, she
Ooh,
had the move. She had
baby,
me.
baby. When I tell you trying, and they came so fast, so it's like, okay, you young. I know you ain't ready, so you ain't. They running wild. They everywhere. Just 10. I said, oh, we need some structure. So trying to teach the kids structure, it is hard because
Mm-hmm.
when you young and you got these phones and you still want to live your life and you got the
Mm-hmm.
boyfriends and you got the friends, it's like you're not paying attention to the children. And
Yeah.
guess who's doing that? Me,
Mm-hmm.
Grandma.
grandma. When they wake
Yeah.
up in the morning, guess who room they coming to? Grandma.
Yours.
They coming in, all of them come to see by me, see, because they know I'm a give to them. I'm gonna get that attention to them. I'm gonna love on them. I'm gonna hug them, play with them, and they know that about me, and my kids do too. So they know that. Oh, grandma, go in there, go ask your grandma, go, because they know.
I'd be the same
But
way. God,
Yeah,
out of
because
So
y'all some cop blockers. I can tell y'all that. I can be in the middle of checking the kid. Don't talk to them like that.
that's
Excuse
right.
me?
Don't do them like that. Don't talk to them
what
like
was all
that.
this
Don't.
house?
But I was just the
So
person you just was just beefing with me like I was a Tupac and Biggie, but they get away
right.
with this. Like, I'm not with that.
so my question wasn't stolen, so I still get to ask my question.
Thank God, because you get feisty when we still questions.
Right, honey. We was nervous over here.
I don't know why.
Because
Um,
Your
you're a
question.
question beater. You're a
Glock.
question beater.
trust me, if you take it, I have another one.
I know you do,
Okay.
but you'll beat us up by the later.
Come on, Glock
Um,
40.
how did you heal from all of what your kids gave you? How did you heal and accept accountability? And it's a two-part question. And once you accept accountability, what did you do to better yourself for them and your grandkids?
Well, like accountability. That's key. I had to be accountable of the things that, you know, my flaws and my weaknesses, that I knew that I had to do better for myself, because my kids is at stake. My relationship with my kids, you know, all of that was at stake. So I knew that I was part of the problem. I couldn't point fingers at no one, nobody, because anything that I went through is because of either I allowed it or I didn't know any better. So I knew I had to be the one to do something about it. Um and and then also forgiving myself and not feeling guilty, because I tend to have a guilty conscience and like, I don't need no one to beat me up. I'll beat myself
Yeah,
up. You
That's
know,
it.
mhm.
I don't need, that's why I say I don't need you to yell and do none of that. 'Cause baby, whether
I
you know
got
it or
it.
not, I beat myself up.
Yeah,
I go
you're
off
your
on
biggest
myself.
competition.
I
Yep.
I'm
am
a
my
hard.
exactly.
Yep.
I am challenging myself to be the best, my best self, because I slept on myself for too long. And I know now that I got to make sure that I do for me, because ain't nobody else going to do it.
Right.
So I got to be more selfish for my sake and my children's sake and my grandkids. So me taking accountability, that was something I love to do, because I know it's going to better myself. It's going to make me better.
Mm.
It's going to challenge me to 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 do better, you know, not to do that again. You know, you learn from your mistakes. If you do it again, it's no longer a mistake.
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
Mhm.
Right.
So this guy, I got to share this with you. I was walking from Publix. I was just in my own zone, you know. I had my little ice cream. I had just left H&M getting my baby something for her dance show, because I signed her up for 561 Unity. It's a dance
Shout
troupe.
out to Tyreek.
Yes. Yes, sir. You already know.
I'm
But
5'1". I know it, baby.
yeah, so I was walking, and this white guy just walked up to me, and he was like, what's a compliment that someone said about you that just stuck with you? And I was like appalled. I was like kind of like in shock, because I wasn't expecting nobody to just stop me and ask me nothing like that. So I
Mm.
was like, you know what it is? I said the number one thing that stuck with me that people would say is that they would ask me, am I spiritual? They would say, because you have a beautiful aura, like your spirit seems like you have a good spirit, like your aura is just so bright. And that always sticks with me. And he said, you know what? He's like, that's what I felt. That's why he said, that's what I felt. That's why I stopped you. I was like, oh. He said, because he said, even though you got your bags and you're eating your ice cream, you kind of look like you're busy, like you don't really want to be stopped, you know, or bothered. But I felt that instead versus what it looked like. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay. And then he said, what is it that keeps you like that? What is it that keeps you having that beautiful spirit or that aura? I said, it's a choice. I said, because I choose to be like this. I said, anytime I'm faced with something, any type of battle or problem, I'm ready to fix it. I'm ready to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? So that problem can go away and we can get back to a sunshiny day. I'm just saying, I'm trying to make it better. I'm not trying to make it no worse. So that's always been my outlook. You know, I'm gonna make the best out of anything and everything. So
Okay.
and he said, and he said, thank you and God bless you and thank you for stopping to talk to me or whatever, and kept it moving. I was like, oh my gosh. I said, I like that. That's awesome that he actually acknowledged that.
He might have been a prophet.
I,
Mm.
Adam, I remember his name because I kept saying, I said, dang, Adam. Wow. That's all I kept saying was thank you, Adam. I felt blessed. Like after that, I couldn't do no but just keep smiling because I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
expecting that. And for him to ask me those questions, and he was looking me dead in my eye, and he was like he was listening,
Right.
like he was ready to hear what I had
Mm-hmm.
to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know this man from
Mm-hmm.
Adams, but his
And
name
look, Adam. I ain't know Adam from
Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Adam.
Usually
Adam
prophets,
made sure, but Adam
prophets
made
do
sure he
that.
was Adam.
Adam, right.
Yeah,
Adam is adamant. That's what he was doing. He
exactly.
was adamant.
Yes. But
Mm-hmm.
that's what I wanted to share with you because I do feel that a lot of people feel that light and see that light. It's just that I just was working, just been working it out throughout my life, acknowledging it myself and just walking in it confidently, knowing that you do have a light that shines bright in your darkest moments and in
Mm-hmm.
others' darkest moments and
And
times.
sometimes you get the wave to tell the story.
Yeah.
We're built tough, but we don't show the strength until we get thrown in the ocean.
Yep.
Sink or swim.
Sink or swim. And
Mm-hmm.
and I might can't swim, but I can doggy paddle my ass off.
I'm trying
Listen,
to tell
So
you.
Jesus
listen,
Baby.
I'm
As
listen,
long
I'm
as I got the will to keep them feet kicking and them let them hands going,
I'm gonna save
listen.
me.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
I'm gonna run
save
I'm
me.
gonna run down a quick story right quick. Just about me being thrown in the ocean. I had an uncle that was in the army. He was in Vietnam and World War II. I always say he wasn't wrapped too tight, but he taught
they built different.
me
They
a
built
lot.
They is.
And we used to do like family little gatherings. And I think I had to be about three or four.
Mm.
And I watched this man take, and I was the baby of the bunch. I think if I was like 10 of us, you had the older kids were out there in the ocean, but then you had the little ones, and you had me out there. I couldn't swim. This man took, and back in the day when you go to the beach, they had the little brown rope or the little gray rope with the little
That
balls.
rope.
Don't go
Yep.
past it.
Said you don't go past that rope.
Yep. I remember that rope. Yeah.
Listen, that motherfucker took every last one of us and put us to that rope.
Oh, he wanted y'all to meet God.
Oh,
Ooh.
Right.
No, wanted us to meet God, but he also wanted to see who was built tough. And we
oh.
got his cousins out there from 15. His big ass is scared. No, 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 I'm sorry. He got away, but nobody else under him was swimming,
Mm.
except when you got to me.
Mm.
Bitch, I dog pedal my way to my mama to the shore, passed by him and cussed his ass out
Yeah.
and ran to my mama.
Okay.
See the uncle. See y'all the ones gonna put that uncle in the nursing home.
Listen,
That's
that
the uncle
uncle,
who put in the nursing home.
no,
Lord,
that's the uncle that was
bumpers.
gonna put our ass in the hospital because when they had glow wrestling, you remember glow wrestling?
Mm-mm.
Ladies
They
aglow.
had glow wrestling when they
I
had
do.
the female wrestling.
Oh, the female
Ladies
wrestling. Yeah.
aglow.
Yeah, ladies aglow, whatever. Well, he had a name for each and every last one of us. And I don't know if I was just too cocky. He knew I needed toughness, but I will always be the one that will fight the boy. I will
Mm.
never fight one of the girls.
Oh yeah.
That's easy.
He
That's
will
easy.
always put me in me and my cousin. We were the last two. We was the youngest, but he was older than me. He will always make us two fight each other, and
Mm.
I will always kick his ass.
Mm.
Uncle going in the nursing home. He going
Yeah.
in the nursing
He
home.
going. He going.
He going. He
He
go
gone.
to the nursing home. He get a Christmas card and a pair of socks. That's all he.
But
You know what? He ain't even he getting a blow up tube from the beach. He getting that. That's when I'm gonna send him. I'm gonna send him floaties.
Right. That's
listen,
it.
I'm
Put the
gonna send him
float.
I
floaties.
So he
appreciate
can
it
remember. I
because
have flashback. You remember that?
yeah,
I want
Right.
you
Do
to
you
I
always
remember?
remember that. He
appreciate
gonna
it
kill me.
because it taught me who I am. It gave me the strength. Also gave me understanding of who I was becoming.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Okay.
So if I didn't, on top of it, my dad wasn't around. My mom was just born into 9 other siblings. So she had 4 men that takes the role, and all of them was in their own little character. No, none of them was the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got major pain throwing you in the
So
water.
You want me to take
he
your
got
man
major
off that
pain.
pain?
Yeah. And he was
See,
the one that would test me the worst. He would do the most shit to you.
that goddamn major pain. Nigga, yeah,
Mhm.
he gonna have floaties at the nursing home and water drips off of
Yeah.
a red rag every day.
That's the
Ooh,
motherfucker that will have you running out of the house barefoot and don't give a damn if you got on clothes.
ooh,
Ooh.
ooh. Yep, he'll be the one with the torture paper, that wet rag and that little drip. I can see him.
What
Ooh,
they
I
say?
can see him.
You ever heard that?
Ooh.
That have you ever heard that saying? They said that you don't pick your children pick you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you come into this life, your parents are chosen because for some
Hmm.
reason, like it's to teach you something, you teach them,
Yeah.
learning, vice versa. It's
Hmm.
Right.
something that you need from each other that you're
Yeah.
supposed to be learning. And like you said, you probably needed that. Like you
Yeah.
said, you got that because some people, like, I wasn't aggressive, but I grew up around people that I noticed they are like, they ain't girls, they was about it. They was very feisty or aggressive. Like, I don't fight girls, I don't fight the boys. Like, damn, why you like that? Where did that come from?
But
That's
see,
what.
with me, I was the opposite. I'm a counselor. So when they said counselors are crybabies, you hit me and that between 4 and 6, I would cry. But I
Mm-hmm.
had bullies in my family.
Mm-hmm.
So that uncle would be like, I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't do something about what they just did. So
Mm.
he pushed me to be stronger.
Stronger to
They
stand up for
they
yourself.
taught me to fight back
Mm-hmm.
because it took one cousin to do one thing and I snapped.
Oh,
Mm.
Ain't no all.
Ain't no
my
all.
hands is E for everyone. I'm sorry.
I don't think it was all. I don't think it was all with my mama, her mama, and my grandma couldn't get me off of her.
That ass up. She gonna
So,
learn.
and I
Everybody.
was there. And she was 16 at that time, and I was young. But
Mm.
that was what broke my back. So like I said, I appreciate how
Right.
he raised me due to the simple fact I don't think I would be prepared for this generation.
Mm.
We're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna even have that conversation. Cause baby, O'Toole
All right.
talks to. I live the same life that these YNs live. My O'Toole talks, but my O'Toole is from a Pakistan. It's gonna quiet everybody. I'm not gonna negotiate nothing.
She ready.
E for everyone. Just EA Sports is in the game.
That's
Opportunity had.
exactly what I meant. Meaning, I tried to say it in a nice way. I will be under the jail because I
Nice.
am not prepared for this generation.
Oh, I'm
Mm-mm.
prepared. I prepared every day. You
I ain't
know
got
my
no
group.
patience. I ain't talking
You
about
know
your
what?
group.
Put
Your
that
group ain't this generation yet. That generation. I'm talking about this generation that's doing dumbass shit.
Mine is in this generation. I do. I have a 20-year-old. I have a 19-year-old.
She's not out there doing.
But see, the thing is about I'm going to say from my experience of being a parent of this generation. Just like we've been saying, we tell them all the time, don't do what we do, but learn from what I did. However, my biggest thing about it is I know my position as a parent. My kids already know I'm not your friend.
Mhm.
I'm your biggest black ops. I am COD, Call of Duty Black Ops to all my children. My kids will tell you that real quick. Oh, my mom, she's not our friend, she's our op. But she was that same op that would sit up there, held a cell, 6 feet deep, 6 bar behind. I'm gonna be
Mhm.
about mine.
Right.
I always live by that motto. So the respect level of my kids come from showing them like, oh, you want to be off the porch? Go ahead, be off the porch. But
Mhm.
look at your friends and how look at their porch and look at your porch and look at understand the reason why
Mhm.
I'm that parent.
Hmm.
Okay.
Because
That
I
takes me
respect.
to ask you, Stacy,
Hmm.
um, how did you keep your kids from making the same mistakes that you made or doing some of the same things you did when they saw you go through some of the things you went through?
Mm.
Well, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So they had their own
They
experiences
tried it.
as far as you know having their children early, like I did. I had my first son when I was my first child, my son when I was 15. Um, my daughter, she as well had her child when she was young. My other daughter, she right after she graduated, so I think she was about 19. Um, so I saw some of the patterns, and that's what started really kind of scaring me because I'm like, oh shoot, they're going through they're doing the same thing I did. All I could know is to do what the motherly instinct took, to tell them, hey, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you what's the outcome. I'm going to tell
Right.
you that if you make this choice, this could happen and this can happen because I did it. And that's what happened to me. If you choose to have it, you're going to have to do such and such, such and such. And if you don't, your children is going to go through what you guys went through.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna have it, you're gonna have to do what you got to do and take care of your children. You're gonna have to woman up. It's not gonna. It's no longer about you anymore. It's about the baby. It's about those kids. So um, all I'm just being there to guide them through any of their choices that they make, whether good or bad. I'm just making sure I'm there, the mother, to help them through it, to figure it out. Because at the end of the
Okay.
day, you gotta live with that. They're your child. They're my grandkids, but they're still your children.
True. Ladies, you have any questions before we close out the show?
I do. Just one.
Me
Mm-hmm.
too.
It sounds real simple, but it might be real one of those complex questions. But if you could have a face to face with your younger self, right?
Hmm.
Stay out my
What would you
mouth.
tell you? I'm telling you, it's
Stay out
good.
my mouth. There go the
She
question.
is
Because I know,
mine
I knew
too.
one of y'all was gonna stay out my mouth tonight. Y'all in my mouth.
right.
And super
So
soft.
what advice
But
would you give yourself? Because there is somebody that is watching that will watch that today, tomorrow, next week is going through what you went through, and they're
mm,
looking for what you're going to say. So if you could give your younger self a pep talk, what
mm,
would
um, I would tell her not to be scared to speak up. Um, don't be afraid to say no.
and no?
Um, when something doesn't feel right and you know it's not, don't be afraid to say no, to walk away, to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? Um, I would also tell her that not to be afraid. You know, don't whatever you do, do it boldly. You know, and then you go from there. Because being scared to limit yourself, being scared limits everything. Because you won't really live out your true self if you're living in fear.
Right.
So if you're gonna be you to the fullest. Um, you know, just tell and just and that and to tell and I would tell her, you know what, and that through it all, everything is gonna be okay as long as you got God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Money.
I mean, she's already answered our question because, the panel lady, the lady over there that's named after Georgia, already
I
asked it.
know.
So I don't need to do anything.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Now, I do want to thank you for taking time out to come on the show and having a little table talk with us, letting us into your world, um, giving us a better insight of Staci.
Mm.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
no problem. I enjoy it. There was one way I was gonna get you on the stage. If I couldn't get you on that before, I was gonna get you.
They
Hey,
say it's a work in progress. She's going to be on
Yeah,
stage.
yes, I'm a working. I promise you, I'm a work in progress. Cause getting up
I
there,
know.
everybody, all eyes on me, baby. I'm
Listen.
I'm working on it. That's why I'm taking. That's why I auditioned for this movie Child Support 2. That
Hmm.
that and I have a role in this movie. So I'm yes, it's Tubi. It's gonna
Congratulations.
be out on Tubi.
Congratulations.
And so that I'm so that's challenging. That's a challenge for me because like I said, just being in front of people doing something that I actually love doing, but having to face those fears of all eyes, people just looking right at you like it's all about you right now. So I actually I got the role. So y'all stay tuned for that Child Support 2.
I
Oh,
will, because I've actually seen Child Support 1. So the thing about it is, you know me, so I ain't in no rush. As long as I got access to Pit and I can get her to perform, then I know eventually y'all will surprise me.
well, and also with that being said, I'm gonna have to reach out to your grandbaby's
Come on,
dance
Mary.
coach because I'm very close to the dance coach. So yeah, we're gonna
Oh
break that
yeah,
real quick.
Rub
yeah.
hands like
And my
Birdman.
Birdman rule. And my
Rub hands.
Birdman rule. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yes, cause he finna get ready to take the girls on a battle competition.
Yeah, so that's the one. I'm gonna need you to start seeing that practices. Okay, that's one showstopper right there. Like I said, shout out to Tyree Unity five
Yeah.
six one. Those babies, that's our that's 561's
Mm-hmm.
D4L. Those
Mm-hmm.
are the dogs.
That.
But Tyreek,
That.
Tyreek, he doesn't. I don't believe he's with them right now. It's Terrell Hammonds. I
Uh,
think that's his
that's his
Terrell.
name.
His
That's
name,
his stage
his name
name.
Tyreek.
Right. Tyreek is
I'm
the
Yeah,
thinking,
state.
I'm
Right.
thinking of Tyreek Boone.
Tyreek is the performer.
yeah,
Right.
That's the other dancer. Okay,
yeah.
but yeah, okay. So they call him Terrell Tariq too. Oh, okay.
I'm
That's right.
561, baby. We family over
Okay,
here up here.
I know
I'm
that's
right up the
right.
street, round the corner, baby.
Ah, I gotta let him know that money monster.
He know. All
You
you
know.
gotta tell him, all you gotta say is your babe from Cloud Nine. That's it. That's the
Okay,
end of the book.
your babe from
That's the
Cloud
book.
Nine.
He know. He know.
Okay.
You know.
Cause I actually go to his and I also go to his line dance classes on Sundays.
Oh, y'all don't understand, ladies, but Tyreek is entertainment. You
Yes.
that
I know,
Bowleg, when Bowleg come
I
to
know
perform,
I know
you
who you
know
talking about.
Bowleg.
Remember, I used to run Cloud. Now I know exactly who you talking about.
Bowleg song performance is a great night.
Mm-hmm.
Great night.
Good
Mm-hmm.
morning. I'll stop the rain. I'll stop the rain. Anyway, yeah.
But I do want to thank you again for taking time out to coming on the show and discussing
Yeah.
the topics that we did discuss. They were educational.
Very
It's beneficial. It also helps you with anything that you haven't healed that might be lingering. Um, so it always helps to talk about it.
Yes.
Um, we will be bringing you back on the show when we discuss domestic violence.
Oh, and
Okay.
also not to interrupt. Also shout out the pit for that banger that we were
Yes,
playing earlier.
That's
That's
yes.
that
right.
banger.
Can't wait to
That's
have
my
her on the
pig.
show. Make
That's
sure
my
you give her a hug for me.
Yeah,
please.
she ain't too far behind. She literally sitting next to me.
I
Hey,
listen. I already know.
hey.
I already know.
Uh-huh. Sitting right over there listening.
Make sure you give.
Um,
Make sure you give her a hug for me.
okay.
Yeah.
Get well soon. But we will see you all soon. Um, make sure you rewatch it. That way you can learn your interviews as well. What you could tweet. What's because this your first interview?
No.
Okay. But this will actually be on YouTube, so I will send you the link.
Okay.
Um, so we're gonna go ahead since we were vibing to her. We're gonna go ahead and end it with her.
I know that's right.
That's
And
I'm
I
So
telling
need your autograph before you get rich, Miss Stacy, because you know when Tubi money start dropping, you don't know
Ah,
the little people.
you,
So I'm
honey.
gonna need my autographs early.
and we
Okay,
had
friend.
her on the podcast first.
I know
Okay,
that's
Right.
because
right.
I need to get her before she
Come
get
on,
Tubi
JK.
rich. That's too much for me. I can't call the celebrities after that. They're
Right.
expensive. They want booking busy, honey.
No, I
Well,
can never
you
get to that big. No, no, I don't want to get that
Don't
big.
don't put that in the atmosphere. We just put
don't
it
put
out
that.
there. You're gonna be
Right.
booked and busy now.
Getting busy.
Yes, busy. Yes, I'm a busy
Right.
body, so I already know that's coming.
Book,
Yep,
Yeah.
booked and
and
busy.
pay.
Ready.
Adam already made sure he was adamant about it. So this is just the second
Right.
confirmation now.
Book,
Yeah.
busy, and paid. We got it.
Well,
Book
y'all
busy
go ahead
day.
and have a good night, and we'll be back on Thursday with a surprise guest.
I hope it ain't from
Ladies,
my
shake
phone
your
book.
ass if you fuck
Yeah.
with kids. Fellas, why would you fuck if you fuck with kid? I can relate to